Wonderful to meditate with you all. Let's remind ourselves of where we've come from here. We've started with simply the idea of perception itself. And that perception is a collection of responses, sensations, ideas, beliefs, memories of this life, of past lives. There's a lot that's in a perception. And that perception is unique and individual, which is why, different people like different colors, spices taste particular to each person, on and on. So that's where we started, perception. And furthermore, within this idea of the collection of ingredients or ingredients that are together create perception. We also acknowledge that probably each of those ingredients, like memory, sensation, thought, and the person that is perceiving, the perceiver, are themselves collections. So the plot is thick to begin with. Yet, when we see an image like this on the screen, there is just the simplicity of awareness. That's it. Or at least that's one takeaway from this image. Then we contemplated a mirror, and that the mirror sees nothing. No matter what's in front of a mirror, the mirror itself has no perception. It's a big statement, actually. The mirror has no perception. Its nature is to reflect. Okay? But it has no cognizance. So we contemplated that. And furthermore, we contemplated that our mind is cognizance. Yet, at the same time, it also is constantly reflecting into itself and back out from itself the set of ingredients that was the first thing about perception. So again, there's many angles to approach vipassana, and there's many components to understand so that we can actually penetrate to a deeper reality and to the liberated awareness that we are, not that we have, that we are. It's kind of similar to the idea of soul. Everyone who believes in a soul, most people speak of it as a possession. I have a soul, my soul, as opposed to who they are. So this is something similar with this idea of the attributes of awareness itself. And all that's been said led to the idea that the root of all phenomena is mind. So the root, the very, again, the apparatus, if you will, of perception is mind, because mind is naturally cognizant. Awareness is naturally cognizant. And because of this reflective quality, this mirror quality, then we perceive things as entified, as factually existing. We experience that the computer factually exists. The word factual is dicey. right? From a quantum mechanic point of view, there's nothing here but quarks and particles. If I was an ant, I probably wouldn't even notice the computer. So what is factual is actually the question here. One thing that is factual is space. The space between thoughts. If the thoughts are factual, that's another question. Like it, as in completely non-deceptively real. That's what I mean by factual. Completely non-deceptively real, no matter who was experiencing it, no matter who was looking at it, no matter on what level it was looked at or experienced. It would be real, non-deceptively real to all beings who experience that thought. That's what we mean by factual. So that's kind of a tall order to establish what factual is. Space is factual. Whether it's a space in the room, it's a space out in the sky, it's a space between thoughts, it's a space between your breaths, that's factual. All beings would share. They might call it something different, but what we would all be talking about, what we would all be trying to communicate would be space. So space matters. It matters because it's factual, because it's non-deceptive. And this is where we're at. Ordinary. Ordinary. Awareness. Small letter A, big letter A, all capital letters. It doesn't matter. It's ordinary. We smile and take a long, slow, deep breath. We settle together, breathing in and breathing out. For the entirety of our sitting, choose one of those things. The mirror perceives nothing. Space, the space between thoughts, the space that you are, space. Ordinary, that all forms of cognizance are actually reporting how ordinary, profound, enlightened, extraordinary awareness is. All because there are so many forms of cognizance, so many ways that cognizance displays that is telling us something about awareness itself. And then there is just simply perception. If we sat for 20 minutes and were to, more or less, it would be a contemplation, to observe, just observe. So choose one and have a good meditation. Start all over, of course, with a smile, long, slow, deep breath. Sit well. Support yourself. And for the last few minutes, relax all your meditation muscles and rest in awareness. We take a long, slow, deep breath to complete our sitting. We breathe our sitting into our day and into the world. Remember that with each breath you are breathing with and in the entirety of the world, and that you matter. You matter in the world because you are an aware being. And so with that, create your day, my friends. Love you all.